We're just going to do it live? Okay. It's all right. Oh. The Northern Colorado Hailstorm reached the halfway point of the 6-game road trip to start their season tonight with a visit to Richmond, a team that took 7 points from them in 3 meetings last season. But the Hailstorm have yet to lose in 3 games this year. They'll certainly have a tough challenge tonight, though, to keep their run going against last year's regular season champions. My name's Ross Davenport. Thanks for joining us tonight for this contest presented by UCrops. Here's a look at your early season standings. As you can see, the Hailstorm there sitting with 4 points, the only team not to allow a goal so far in USL 1, with the Kickers sitting in 8th. A win for either team would certainly jump them up the standings at this early point in the season. Now, we mentioned the 3 meetings between these teams last season were dominated by the Kickers after a 1-1 draw in April. This was a 3-2 win in June. Neil Vinyals, Emiliano Terzaghi gave Richmond a 2-0 lead. Rob Cornwall pulled one back, but Langes made it 3-1 and then followed with a late consolation to make it 3-2. And then in the final meeting in August, it was a 1-0 victory for the Kickers, a game that was dominated statistically by the Hailstorm. That was this big finish here from Terzaghi, catching out Peñaranda at his near post. Our player to watch tonight for Richmond is Neil Vinyals, the reigning player of the month in USL League One. He's approaching 100 USL League One appearances, 26-year-old Spaniard. 87% passing accuracy, created 4 chances in the opening 2 League One games of the season. He's a very clever passer, can score from anywhere. Noko will need to keep a very close tabs on this man this evening. As for Northern Colorado, we get our first look at Brandon Rosas, that man right there. He'll make his debut. He missed out on the first 3 contests of the season due to visa issues. 29-year-old from Mexico. He had 2 hat-tricks in the preseason. He scored over 100 times in the Mexican leagues. Eamon Zayed compared him to Terzaghi in terms of his poaching ability and his height. He said he's a lethal finisher. We obviously saw that in preseason. He said he's great in practice as well. Well, we're almost ready to go here at beautiful City Stadium. The weather is lovely for pups at the pitch tonight. Hopefully the soccer will be lovely too between the Hailstorm and the Kickers. Opening whistle and the first half coming up in just a few minutes here. Stick with us. We'll be right back with lineups and kickoff from Virginia.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
So we've decided to sell the house.
Oh, yeah? Who's your realtor?
Well,
Over here, guys, over here. Only $10.
Where do I find comps? What is encumbrance? How do I escrow?
Here's what I found for Scarecrow.
actually, I've been meaning to ask who you and Paul worked with.
Welcome to Royal New Kent Golf Club. Designed by world-renowned architect Mike Strantz, Royal New Kent's a one-of-a-kind Irish-style golf course located 20 minutes east of Richmond, Virginia. Royal New Kent was featured in Golf Week's top 100 public courses in the country. Hidden behind grassy knolls and hand-stacked rock walls, each hole offers several playing options to fit a wide range of abilities. Visit royalnewkent.com or follow us on social media for more information on tee times and rates. Remember, come to Royal New Kent Golf Club to Golf Ireland in Virginia.
We would not have a business today if it weren't for the support of the many, many people within the Richmond community. To me, we're working as a team to enhance the quality of life for all residents.
It's about being the best that you can be. It's about enriching the lives of people in your community. There's a reason why we have the tagline Nourish, because it's really about nourishing the lives of the people that work for us and the people that we serve. That's what the UCrops brand stands for.
Welcome back to Richmond here as we get ready for this one, presented by Impossible Pups. Plenty of dogs in the house tonight in Richmond. Let's take a look at our starting lineups first for the host kickers. The news here, no Michael Hornsby once again. He wasn't listed on the injury report this week, so we're not sure exactly what's going on there, but rookie Jake Meekham gets his second straight start. He started in the Cup win over Cleveland 9 days ago. Akira Fitzgerald on the bench again, dealing with a slight injury. He and his wife Nicole just had a baby son recently. Congratulations to them. So Akira gets another night off tonight. As for the visiting Hailstorm, big news here is twofold. Mexican striker Brandon Rosas, as we mentioned in the last segment, gets his first start of the season. And Eamon Zayed is going with 5 at the back. Expect Lucky Arperer and Bruno Rendon to get up the field in their respective wing-back spots. They'll try and pin Richmond wingers Belmar and Gordon back a little bit. A very exciting lineup, some real star quality on this Northern Colorado team. Had a great second half to last season and have added some serious talent as well, especially with the likes of Billy King and Enoch Kwakwa at the 6. There's some puppers. Hopefully they can see a Richmond win tonight. Hopefully none of them get on the pitch either. Cause havoc. Northern Colorado in the all-white this evening. Richmond in their new black kits. A referee this evening, Gary Gutierrez. He will be in yellow. Beautiful night in Richmond. The crowd really filling in here. Certainly one of the busiest facilities in USL League One when it comes to fan attendance in Richmond. It's a beautiful old stadium. Beautiful place to watch soccer, especially on a night like this. Obviously, it wasn't a beautiful night here 9 days ago when they took on Cleveland in the Cup. That game finished, I think, at about 10 to 1 a.m. Eastern time. They had a good break after that, have Richmond. They should be fully rested. This is a very intriguing matchup. Richmond, obviously, 2 big losses in Bolaños and Bryant. They were 3-0 up on Cleveland a couple of Thursdays ago. Allowed 2 late goals, but would advance to the next round of the US Open Cup. Talk a little bit more about that at halftime and who they will face in the next round. As you see in green there, Will Palmquist getting his second straight start in place of Akira Fitzgerald. Didn't play much at all last season. Let's take a look at our injury report presented by Barnsico. Ethan Vanacourt-Decker, he's still a few weeks out, as well as Olsen. Para, they thought they might have him back for this match, but no. And Jackson Dietrich out as well for this one. And your keys to the game, presented by Carmax. The Hailstorm are very direct. Richmond's got to be very careful with those second balls. And as for the Hailstorm, they dominated the 1-0 loss last year. They've got to make that edge count in this one and put some balls in the back of the net. They had 68% possession in that 1-0 loss to finish last season. 17 shots to 7 over the kickers, but still fell 1-0. And we're underway as Emiliano Terzaghi gets us started here from City Stadium. Ross Devonport with you. Thanks for joining us on ESPN Plus, YouTube, wherever you're watching around the world. As you can see, the sun is very bright with these early 6 o'clock starts. Hopefully it doesn't become an issue for any goalkeeper. That's a poor giveaway there. Jake Meekham. Darren Sawatzki likes this man. He says he loves to do the dirty work. Obviously, perhaps didn't expect him to be starting back-to-back games this early in the season as a rookie. Vignals battling here. This one will go out for a Richmond throw. I mentioned Richmond's win over Cleveland in the Cup. The Hailstorm took out the Switchbacks for a second straight season. Game they won 3-1, but perhaps could have won by more. They really dominated the USL Championship team. As you see the smoke coming from the River City Red Army in Section O. The opposite end from where the Dogs are, that's probably a good thing. I'm not sure what would happen if those two got together. Keep an eye on Billy King on that left side for the Hailstorm. Signing in the offseason, that many coaches said was a very good one. Played for St. Patrick's Athletic, where Eamon Zayed used to play. Said he tried to get him last season. It's Bruno Rendon. He said those wing-backs for the Hailstorm are going to bomb up those wings. Keep an eye on Rendon, the man from Cuba. Here's Arthur Rogers. What a season he had last year, his first year in USL League One. Former Wheelstone man from England. Here's Rob Cornwall. He can score. Enoch Kwakwa, that's 6. And Eamon Zayed said he was really looking for this offseason, and he appeared to find it. And was on the books of Man City for a while. As this one goes out to Rendon, he's not going to be able to keep that in. Go out for a Richmond throw. Talk to Eamon Zayed, who's played so much international soccer. He loves the knockout competitions. Rogers, he's a danger man from this wing. This one will go out for a goal kick. Talked to Zayed about the cup when he said he's always taken the cup seriously. He said the fans enjoy a good cup run as much as I do. He loves the giant killer stories. He said the international guys love playing the higher competition. That's why a lot of them left their home countries to try and perhaps get a look in the USL Championship or MLS. Hailstorm putting a press on here, forcing Richmond into mistake, and they do. There's a shot from distance. Well wide of Palmquist's right-hand post. I think that was Norte, the man from England, from a good fully 25 yards, playing his natural position now. He spent most of last year playing at the 6th spot. It's more of a natural 8. It's going to be a foul on Rendon. Down goes Jake Meekham. And from Las Vegas, played at the University of Nevada, UNLV, as well as University of Denver. Has a bit of bite, says Darren Sawatzki. He loves players with bite, there's no doubt about that. Zaka Moran in the middle with the ball now. Certainly falls into that category. Barnathan. Meekham. Ball ahead, looking for Carlton Belmar. Scored the winner against Greenville earlier this season. Here's some of that direct play from the Hailstorm. Palmquist out to take this one, though. Not sure exactly what he was going to do with it initially. Just knocks it out for a throw. Under pressure from Brandon Roses. Stefan Lukic will leave this one for Rogers. Naughty. That's a delightful turn from Kwakwa. Showing off that technical ability already here. That's an equally awesome ball out wide to the left. Cross comes in, Zaka Moran heads it away. Not particularly effectively though. Richmond will try to clear now. Lucky Upra, also getting forward from his left back spot. For the man from Nigeria. Played in the Swiss top league with FC Lugano. And as I said, you have to be a top player to play in that league. Here's the turnover from Rendon. Naughty lays it off to Rogers. All the way back to Breck Evans. League One champion with North Texas back in 2019, the first year of this league. As down goes Naughty. There will be a foul there on Carlton Belmont. Richmond, last League One game with a 2-1 loss to the Charlotte Independents. That was their second meeting of the season. They drew 0-0 back on opening day. Charlotte off to a hot start. Some great additions there for Mike Jeffries. Obviously Dane Kelly, the big one. Lukic dropping a little further back from the center forward spot. Kwakwa. Be a throw here for the Kickers. Regular season champions last year before falling in the semi-finals. Mentioned there's a couple of key losses in Ethan Bryant and Jonathan Bolaños, both to MLS Next Pro. Also lost a couple of key fullbacks as well, so certainly not the same Kickers team we saw from last season. But they've got talented guys like Neil Vinyals here. Vinyals now looking for Terzaghi. So looking for his first League One goal of the season. Owen Gordon, who scored in that 2-1 loss to the Independents. I mentioned no Michael Hornsby. He was particularly impressive in that first game against Charlotte. It's a mistake here, but it will get back to Lalo Delgado. What a pickup he's been. And from California, spent some time with the Lights as well as Phoenix Rising as a backup in both those spots. 2 clean sheets in his first 2 USL League One games. That's going to be a foul on Kwakwa. A little too aggressive from behind there. A free kick for Richmond, 10 yards inside their own half as we approach the 8-minute mark here from City Stadium. Pups at the pitch night. Hopefully not on the pitch as we mentioned earlier, just at the pitch. Dakota Barnathan will go back. He had a cracking shot from distance in that game against Cleveland 9 days ago. Dakota Barnathan could have scored a couple of goals in that cup game. Flexible player, can also play at the defensive midfield spot. A pretty even start here. I have to say, the Hailstorm have had the better of the early possession. Richmond in those sharp black kits this season with the red accents. And they'll go a little direct. This one's looking for Matt Bentley. Won't reach him. Matt Bentley. Talked to Darren Sawatsky about him this week. He's more of a natural centre forward, but he's learning to play the wing spot. Richmond more of a 3-3-3 in possession. He's not really a true winger, but he was finding the channels very effectively against Cleveland in the Cup. So he's just getting used to playing, especially with the new guys in that position around him. That's why he was a little more effective in that Cup game. So Hailstorm continue to go direct. No Evan Parr tonight for the Hailstorm. Obviously a key member of the attacking squad. And as I said, they thought they would have him back for this game, at least off the bench, but it wasn't to be. Obviously a key omission for them. Evan Parr, the veteran. Over 100 USL Championship appearances for Parra. Certainly miss his presence. It's Barnathan here, looking to go long to Belmar. He will keep this one in. Looking to turn off the Rogers, but Rogers does well once again. So now the Hailstorm look to break with Lukic. Rendon, he loses possession, but Lukic cleans up. Select the official match the ball player of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.selectsportamerica.com for the latest Select products, specials and more. Select the player's choice. Obviously also the match ball supplier of USL League One. .11 minutes in here. No real chances for either side so far. Both teams feeling each other out. For the handball on Belmar, and they get it. Nice goal that Belmar scored off the short corner against Greenville. Looks like they're caught napping a little bit. It was a lovely finish from Belmar, the man from Virginia Beach, Virginia. So not playing too far away from home here. Spent time in the USL Championship with Swope Park, Nashville, Sacramento Republic, Colorado Springs. Plenty of former championship talent on this Hailstorm team. Rendon, he's going to try and swing in. That one hit Vignals right in the face, and he's trying not to take a knee. Vignals needs a second. And referee Gutierrez will give it to him. Taking another look at Rendon, tried to swing this one in. Ooh. If I'm cringing at that one, Neil Vignal's mom certainly is. Looks to be okay though. The player of the month. Spends time with South Georgia Tormenta. 61 appearances there for the reigning USL League champions before heading here to Richmond. With 2 goals and an assist in last season's opener before slowing down a little bit offensively. Does so much good work off the ball though. Just getting his vision checked here for any signs of a concussion. Shot so far, an off-target one by Naughty. He's well wide of Will Palmquist's post. We're ready to get started here. Vignals appears to be okay. Going to restart here with a drop ball. Free Gutierrez wants to give to Northern Colorado. Belmar wasn't having any of it initially though. Get underway here again. From Richmond, Virginia, a place where Richmond was so hard to beat last season. Unfortunately, they did get beat in the semi-finals. Looking to take that extra step to the championship game this year. This will be a throw on the far side for the kickers. Colorado trying to create something here at the halfway mark, and they will earn themselves, I think, a throw. So well dealt with by the kickers. It's a crunching challenge there. That'll be a foul. Free kick here for the home team. They take it quickly. Nathan Orney there. Dakota Barnathan's partner at the center back spot. Here's Barnathan from Massapequa, New York. Third round pick in the MLS Super Draft of 2017 by Dallas. This one's looking for Belmont. Got the other side of Rogers, but just couldn't keep that ball in play. It will be a goal kick. Hailstorm with the early edge in possession, 52.7%, as there's the River City Red Army. In full voice, as always, here at City Stadium. Just the one shot so far by Norte Norte in these first 16 minutes. Haven't seen a whole ton of action in either final third. Out for a throw, just inside the kicker's half. Rob Cornwall, the man from Dublin, Ireland. First signing in team history. Norte Norte with a great bit of footwork. And here's a chance now for the Hailstorm from distance. Good save by Palmquist. It was close to him. The effort was from Lukic. And now here come the kickers with a chance to break. Vinyals. Lovely work back inside. Completely turned Kwakwa inside out, and then he's fouled by Lukic, who just had the shot. And it will be a yellow card. Vinyals wanted the card, and he got it. Stefan Lukic went from having the first shot on goal to getting the first yellow card in the space of about 10 seconds. It's Lukic's second yellow of the season. 2019 NAIA Men's Soccer National Player of the Year. While at Oklahoma Wesleyan, 62 goals in 112 games for Stefan Lukic. Maybe a chance here for the kickers from distance. I think Zaka Moran perhaps would like a crack from here, but it will be Neil Vinyals. Scored in one of the meetings between these two teams last year. Can he do it again? He's a long way out. Certainly fancies his chances with the right foot. Vinyals with the strike, hits the wall. Good jump by the Hailstorm wall. And now a chance for them to break. Just fell away from Rosas. Kickers had numbers back though. Vinyals, speaking of back, will go all the way back to Nathan Orney, who will just hoof it downfield. This one will go all the way through to Lalo Delgado. 15 USL Championship starts for Delgado, 14 of those for the Las Vegas Lights. Listed at 6'3", certainly one of the taller keepers in USL League One. It's a delightful flick by Rendon, but too far ahead of Rosas. Palmquist under some pressure. It's a poor giveaway. Rendon now chips to the head, but too much power on that one. Hailstorm with 6 consecutive road games to start the season, obviously due to the weather. We're also waiting for their field at the Future Legends Complex to be completed. I asked Ayman Zayed about how their stadium was coming along early this week. He said, looking outside here, out of his office, and things are coming along. He said he doesn't Expect things not to be ready for the 27th of May, that is. They've got a beautiful practice facility on campus there at the Legends complex. The domed facility with a full soccer pitch, with some pickleball courts and more. Obviously last season they were the real nomads of USL League One, moving all over the place. High schools, universities. There's a chance now, Rendon. Hailstorm have got some bodies flooding forward. Pass gets a little away from Lukic. Out wide now. This is Billy King. And we will have our first corner of the match, presented by WW Nash and Sons. Hailstorm do have some big bodies in Evans and Cornwall as they make their way into the penalty box. Rendon's also not short, neither is Norte Norti, over the 6-foot mark. We have a Richmond kickers player down in the box. It's Bruno Rendon for the Hailstorm, who's in the vicinity. I can't tell which kickers player it is that's down. Obviously in some discomfort. Right in front of the pups. Section 114 there. This player's still down. Zaka Moran, perhaps? It is. Back up on his feet, asking the referee if the assistant referee saw anything. We saw some assistant referee interference in the recent Greenville match when they were denied a penalty. More shouting going on as Rendon knocks over, I think it's Zaka Moran again. Big size difference between those two. Rendon asking not to be punished perhaps for the size difference. He's trying to get away from Zaka Moran. Anyway, here's the delivery. It's a decent one, headed away by Simon Fitch at the front post. A good firm header by him. He's starting tonight on that right wing back. Sorry, he's been in that right full-back position. And from Richmond, Virginia. Hard-nosed, hard-working defender, according to Darren Sawatsky. We'll get a lot more playing time this season. Here comes the throw this time. Well, a false start. Ball's played in. Never like to see it bounce. And a chance here at the far post, but just too much bounce on it in the end for the Hailstorm player to get on the end of it. Still knocking around, and finally Belmar will head it clear. And there's an accurate shot from distance. That could have gone anywhere. Deflected in the end off a kicker's player, out for another corner presented by WW Nash and Sons. Here's the delivery from Rogers. Another good one. I don't know if Rogers ever delivers a bad corner or a cross. Kickers lost Jalen Crystal, Stuart Ritchie, Stephen Payne from that back line last season. Born in Hornsby, but he's not in the 18 tonight. So a little short-handed. Here's a long throw from the Hailstorm. Bouncing around at the penalty spot. We're going to have a foul somewhere near that penalty spot, and the kickers will get a chance to take a breather. Three shots now for the Hailstorms, one for the kickers. Only one touch for either team in the opposition box so far. That tells you how much of a middle third game it has been here so far. Possession pretty even so far in this one. Be a throw for the kickers. Jake Meekham. Vinyals can return. Turns it over instead. Now a chance for Rosas. He's got Rendon on his right. Rendon just couldn't haul it in. Cross deflection, awkward for the kickers. Zaka Moran got enough on it and out for a throw. Hailstorm putting on the pressure here the last 5 minutes or so. Looking for that opening goal on the road. Another long throw into the danger area here from the visitors by Lucky Opera. Towards the front post this time, headed up in the air, not out of danger, though, it's headed back in. There's a Hailstorm player there who might have been offside, and he was. Might have been Cornwall. And Breck Evans there, the big man in the 6-yard box. Cuckoo's lucky to get away with that one. Let's take a look at it here as it was knocked back in. You can see the Hailstorm player, it was Breck Evans, just hanging out a yard or so offside. He had in the hands. He should have put that one on target, perhaps. Even Zayed saying he was so surprised Breck Evans was available heading into last season, the first year for the Hailstorm. Said he was the first guy he called. This one will be offside again here, this time on the kickers. Captained North Texas in that 2019 championship season as a teenager. Breck Evans came into this one leading the team in shots and shots on goal. Doesn't normally bode well when your centre back is doing that. Certainly positives about it as well. Melvin Parra normally high up in that department, but injured at the moment. 29-year-old veteran from California. Perhaps we'll see him in the next couple of games. Mentioned Hailstorm halfway through their road trip to start the season. They will take on Omaha. Get a weekend off next weekend. And they'll travel to Omaha, followed by a trip to Knoxville. And then a Thursday night tilt at Forward Madison. One game earlier today in USL League One. North Carolina FC with a 2-1 win against Union Omaha. Throw here for the kickers. Trying to get something going offensively in this one. Emiliano Tozagi has been basically invisible so far in this contest. I'm sure that's what Eamon Zayed wanted to see. Goals from Menzingen and former FC Tucson man Louis Perez for NCFC. A late consolation for Joe Gallardo. Good to see him back in USL League One. As you'll remember, his first season back in 2019 was quite a season. Mentioned the Hailstorm will open their home campaign Saturday, May 27th against Fuego. We have 2 games kicking off here in the next 25 minutes or so. Greenville at Forward Madison, as well as Lexington hosting Tormenta. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club's on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+. The home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Chance here for Norte Norte to get forward. It's a good ball in. Back to Norte. Plenty of Hailstorm bodies around the box here, but can't take advantage again. Talked about how they dominated the stats in that 1-0 loss last year to Richmond. They've certainly had the better of this first 29+ minutes, but haven't been able to turn it into a goal so far. Justin Suko there in the middle of the Richmond midfield. Former Madison man. Madison and Greenville playing tonight. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. As are Lexington, who will host Tormenta. Chance here for Richmond to get forward. Belmar. Beautiful work by Carlton Belmar. His last touch is a little heavy though. The Hailstorm will clear it away. Good throw there on the far side for the Hailstorm. Madison, Lexington, and Greenville, the only 3 teams without a win so far in League One. See if any of them get on the board later tonight. We'll keep you updated with those games as there's Ayman Zayed. Such a great chat during the week is Ayman Zayed. He'll talk forever and about everything. Get to that in a second. Here's Rendon. Out wide to Rogers. Good work there by Barnathan to knock it away from the Englishman. That's Ayman Zayed. It's really the difference with his defense this year after that great start. 2 clean sheets so far, he said. Just the consistency. They were very good in the second half of last year's. Here comes Terzaghi looking for support. Finds it with Bentley out wide. Lovely little 1-2 back to Terzaghi. He's got help in the box. Vignals is wide open. He's screaming for it. Finds Vignals, can't connect though. That one will go out for a goal kick. So they were showing really good signs defensively last year, the Hailstorm. They had the 2nd most points in the league in the second half of the season. Obviously fell just short of making the playoffs, tied with the Independents on 42 points, but lost out on wins. He said Lalo Delgado has been a big help. He went looking for a goalkeeper this season. Peñaranda capable. He obviously felt he needed to step up there at the goalkeeping position. He said Lucky Opera's getting fitter. So Rob Cornwall had a good season last year, but he expects more from him. I mentioned Kwakwa earlier. He's been huge. One of the good teams in this league have that solid number 6. And Northern Colorado didn't really have it last season. Now they do with Enoch Kwakwa. And who was signed by Manchester City out of the right to Dream Academy in Ghana. So that ball's just ahead of Matt Bentley. This is 4th straight start now for Enoch Kwakwa. Here comes Rendon. Nice ball through, looking for Rosas, and Rendon will get it right back, but can't keep it in. Kwakwa comes to the Hailstorm from Charleston at the USL Championship. He had 14 starts for them last year. 12 of them came in the second half of the season. He missed some time in the middle of the season, injured. Spent some time in Scandinavia on loan. He's 28 years old, so right in his prime. So here goes Matt Bentley screaming down the right wing. It's put out a play by Opera for a throw deep. No, it may be a corner here. Assistant referee is pointing to the corner spot. This corner presented by WW Nash & Sons, right in front of Section O. Go to Bonathan, Nathan Orney make their way forward. Certainly likely the 2 targets here. Vignals will take it. It's an out swinger. Headed at the post, just over. So, excuse me, headed at the penalty spot. Was a long way out. Jake Meekham from his left back spot. Take another look at it here. That's Meekham going away from goal. It's almost going to be difficult to get enough power on that one to beat Delgado, but he was moving to the spot. Terzagi's asking for Delgado to get on with it. He will do now. He wanted to go short, but he's changed his mind. He goes back underway here. Don't turning, blocked away. And down under the challenge there. Richmond going to continue. They got a chance to break now. Bentley. Good defensive work there by Lucky Opera. Hailstorm having trouble getting out of this. Players all over the ground. And it will be a free kick in the end for the kickers, much to the disgust of Brett Evans. Big shout out to Josh Winder of Louisville City in the USL Championship, named to the U.S. men's national team squad for Thursday's game against Mexico. If you remember, his brother Elijah played some for FC Tucson, USL League One last year. FC Tucson dropping down now to USL League Two. Perhaps we'll see them back soon if they can get their stadium situation sorted out. There'll be a free kick here for the Kickers in a dangerous spot, 30 yards out or so, in the right channel. Certainly a chance to get this one into the mixer. See this great crowd at Kickers here. Lovely stadium, you get to stand up and watch the game behind the sections if you don't feel like sitting. Vinyals with the delivery as he stretches out. Seems to have shaken off that early ball to the face. Vinyals, player of the month. Swings in, it's a good delivery, headed away. Hailstorm will now look to break as Jonathan gets, this game is turning very physical the last 5 minutes or so. Referee Gutierrez is going to have to take control. Been a lot of hefty challenges coming in from both sides. Belmar wants the free kick taken from 10 yards further back, but won't really matter. Rendon, see him pinching in here as Rogers now playing more of the wing-back spot. Rogers goes down under a challenge from from Moran. Hailstorm will just have to recycle. Haven't heard much from Billy King so far tonight. The man from Edinburgh, Scotland. Played for Hearts as a youth, also spent time on loan with Glasgow Rangers. Rendon cutting back inside. Swings it out wide now. Billy King here on the far side. Lays it off. Kwakwa. Chips it ahead, was looking for the run of King. That was a bit speculative more than anything. King with 3 trophies under his belt already. He won the Irish Cup 2 years ago with St. Patrick's. Also a Scottish Challenge Cup winner in 2016 with Rangers. Also got to play in the Europa League with St. Patrick's. Eamon Zayed said he was trying to sign him before last season, but once St. Patrick's made Europe, Billy King decided to stick around for another year. Zayed finally got his man this year. Mika with some space now down the left. The rookie. Inside to Tizagi, dropping back to try and get involved here. Out wide to Fitch. Kickers fullback. Swings one in. Belmont with a chest down. Tizagi goes down rather easily. Some theatrics from Emiliano Tizagi. As him and Rob Cornwall got a little tied up around the penalty spot. Let's take another look at this one here. It's Cornwall certainly made contact with Tizagi there. Tizagi be flopping. I mentioned Gary Gutierrez needs to get control of this match a little bit. Silliness is starting to get a little out of hand at times. It's going to be a drop ball here to restart things for Lalo Delgado. Almost halfway to another clean sheet. The man from Oxnard, California. Hailstorm go long. Nobody there. Mention those second balls. Here's Rogers winning one. Rendon seeking options. We'll just go back to Cornwall. Cornwall actually played with Eamon Zayed. Shamrock Rovers back in 2013-14. Eamon Zayed also played with some players in USL League One during his time in Chattanooga. As this one bounces harmlessly wide of Delgado's right-hand post, and we'll restart here with a goal kick. 3 shots for each team, but just the one on target by the Hailstorm. 53% possession for the visitors. Shot on target was from Stefan Lukic back in the 17th minute. So only real chance of a goal so far in this one. It's been a heavy midfield battle. Approach 5 minutes remaining in this first half. From Richmond, Virginia, Russ Davenport here with you. Thanks for joining us. Packed City Stadium. We were a little worried about the weather earlier this week, but it turns out to be a beautiful night. Shizaki with some beautiful footwork. Finds Bentley. He's got Carlton Belmar screaming into the box on the far side. Bentley. His cross is blocked though. Be a throw for the kickers. Stick around at halftime for news and notes from around League One. Obviously halftime highlights as well as stats from this one is Nathan Orney, who does have a big throw on him. Not much space here off to the side at City Stadium. Orney's found some though. He'll launch it into the box. Flicked on, but nobody there. Belmar will chase down Zaka Moran. Justin Suka trying to find Bentley, and he's taken down. Is that inside the box? Gutierrez has a good look at it, but then waves it away. It will be just a goal kick. Well, we'll get another look at that in a second. Delgado wants the dive. Here's another look at it on the replay. Oof. Bentley had position. Certainly a good shout for a penalty right in front of Section O. Terzaghi's the captain tonight making his statement. It was Lucky Opera with the challenge, and it was a clumsy one at best, and he's lucky to get away without a penalty there, and now he's injured. Now Terzaghi and Kwakwa going at it. You can hear what Section O thinks about it. I won't repeat what they're chanting. It's certainly a very valid shout for a penalty denied by referee Gary Gutierrez for the kickers. It's been a half of minimal penalty box action, but that was certainly a moment to talk about there. Gutierrez had a good long look at it too. Assistant referee wanted no part of it as Opera limps off following that challenge. Former North Texas man Khalil El-Mekdar with a goal tonight for Loudoun. Also an assist for Koa Santos in that one. Former Independence man. Loudoun with a 2-0 lead over Birmingham in the USL Championship. Okay, USL League One action coming up at 7 p.m. Greenville at Madison and Tormenta at Lexington as we get underway here. Following what will be a contentious decision talked about by many on the podcasts this week. Shout out to all of those who put the hard work in with those podcasts. Growing in number every year, great to see. Several teams with their own podcasts as well as a couple league-wide. So here come the kickers now, going direct. This one, not well. Had a clash with the advertising hoardings, and there will be a goal kick after all that. Section O certainly letting referee Gary Gutierrez hear about it. Paulo Delgado sends his players downfield for a long goal kick here. 1 minute remaining in the first 45 here from City Stadium. No goals between the kickers and the Hailstorm. Just the one shot on goal from Stefan Lukic. It was a good half hour ago. See if either team makes changes at the break to try and shake this one up. Rogers now with a quick throw as the sun starts to set here at City Stadium. Here we may have up to 3 minutes of stoppage time. As Belmar tracking back, knocks that one out of play. That's the one thing about this wingback formation the Hailstorm are using. It pins the opposing wings back. As you see Belmar here now in the track out. Now a chance to break perhaps for Suko on the left now. It's a lovely ball into Vinyals and a beautiful ball back as well. Justin Suko, the former Madison man, to Tsuzagi, 25 yards out. Into the right hand side of the box is Fitch, looks to pull it back. Perhaps should have taken a shot. Bentley trying to get in there. We will have 3 minutes of stoppage time here, presented by Greenswell Growers. Richmond looking for a late goal here in the first half. Here's Fitch again with a cross. Was looking for Bentley, he was there. Blocked again by the Hailstorm. Now Belmar. Back to Meekum. Heavy touch, was almost poached by Brandon. But the kickers maintain possession. This was knocked ahead to Bentley. It looked like he was offside, but no flag. Bentley with the pullback. Belmar's there, but so is Rogers. Just in time to knock it out for a corner. Corner kick presented by WW Nash and Sons. Second corner of the night for the kickers. Vinyals will walk over to take it, makes a signal where he's going to put this one. Hailstorm with more of a zonal marking system. And now we're going to have a whistle as somebody's managed to make contact with Lalo Delgado. Nathan Orney in the area, in the 6-yard box, looking to cause havoc. Vinyals with the delivery. Back post, headed back across, but over the goal of Delgado. Now for a goal kick. 90 seconds remaining here in stoppage time. It's been a cagey first half, to say the least. XG for both teams, nothing to write home about. Just 3 shots apiece and the one on goal by Lukic. Only 6 total touches in the opponent's box. Hopefully things may pick up in the second half. Possession right around 50% for each team. Bentley wins that aerial duel. So he's chipped ahead for Rendon. He knocks it down looking for Rogers. You see how far up the field Bruno Rendon is playing. Good throw, down under pressure. From Rob Cornwall goes Neil Vinyals. Be a free kick here as we wind down last 30 seconds in this first half from City Stadium. Certainly been a chess match here in the first half. Zaka Moran. It's a good run by La Machina. Zaka Moran looking for Terzaghi. Terzaghi had a shot at goal. He perhaps could have laid it through to Bentley, and we will have one more corner before this half is over. Presented by WW Nash and Sons. Vinyals once again to deliver it in. Can the Kickers find their first shot of the half in the final seconds here? Vinyals towards the penalty spot. Nobody's there but Kwakwa. His kick is the final one of this first 45 minutes from Richmond, Virginia. No goals between the visiting Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Will Palmquist gets some dap for his first half clean sheet. Hopefully we'll see a little more goalmouth action here in the second half. Stay with us for all the halftime here. Kickers nil, Hailstorm nil.
Suddenly that word seems more important these days. as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with a provider today.
Hi, I'm Megan Mack, President of Prospect Blue.
And I'm Jess Barnes, Director of Business Development at Prospect Blue.
Prospect Blue is a staffing and recruiting firm headquartered right here in Richmond, Virginia. We serve the Mid-Atlantic region and beyond.
With the labor market experiencing historic shortages, Prospect Blue is here to help companies attract and retain key talent.
With strong relationships in the corporate, financial, legal, and medical fields, we are in a unique position to connect employers with job seekers.
Welcome back to halftime here in Richmond, presented by Simplicity VoIP. Let's take a look at what happened last week in USL League One, presented by Donnie Barnes.
A full slate of games around League One last week. We start in Lexington, the first ever home match for Lexington SC, and they came so close to opening the scoring early on. What a save by Burns Shipman, denying Nico Brown. The follow-up looked like it was in, but it actually hits the football goal post up top and nestles onto the roof of the net as it stayed 0-0. A great volleyed effort by Ates Diouf just over the bar. Those were the best chances Lexington would have in the first half. In the second half, it was Madison who came so close to winning it. This one clipping the base of the post from Mauro Cicero. It would stay 0-0, the first ever point in Lexington's history, as Sam Stockley and Matt Glazer embraced after a hard-fought draw. Then, the first ever Dogwood Derby. Not the first time these two clubs have matched up, of course, but the first time it's officially been known as the Dogwood Derby. And Olex Anderson would open the scoring for NCFC against their arch North Carolina rivals, Charlotte Independence. Great finish on a bouncing ball, tougher than it looks from an awkward angle. And it was 1-0 to North Carolina. But in the second half, Charlotte would hit back. Gabriel Oberton, you can't turn the ball over to him. And his, whether it was a shot or a cross, it was turned home by Dane Kelly. And it would end 1-1 in that Derby meeting. Meanwhile, the first win of the new season for Chattanooga Red Wolves after they fell behind early in the second half. A penalty won by one Knox, and it would be dispatched by Ilya Illich. A little stutter-stepping run-up and sending the keeper the wrong way, freezing him in place, really. And so it was 1-0, one Knox in the 50th. But 10 minutes later, Chattanooga would equalize on a looping header from Andrew Pioli. Turns out to be a really good finish on the second ball from the corner, and it was 1-1. And then 15 minutes later, the Red Wolves finding the winner. Loose ball, again, the second ball working out for Chattanooga, and it was worked wide to Walter Varela. This is a cross, but it goes all the way through and squirms in at the far post. It was Varela's goal. There was no touch there on the sliding attempt. Didn't matter. Chattanooga turning it around and defeating one Knox 2-1 for a badly needed 3 points. Tormenta, an impressive victory. The defending champions pressing high up the pitch, winning this ball, and then look what they do with it from here. So coolly executed. The little back heel flick. Pedro Fonseca teeing up a nice finish from Jackson Coury for his first of the season. And then 15 minutes later, those two would combine again, this time in opposite fashion. First, great footwork by Quelle Akale to create the danger. He would pull this ball across the face of goal. Chaos from there, but look at the coolness this time from Coury to set up Fonseca. Those two had a great match, as did their teammates. 2-0 to the defending champions. Greenville losing their first 2 of the league campaign. Out west we went then, late at night out in California, Central Valley Fuego. Maybe had the better of the first half until this. 44th minute, what a lethal finish on the counterattack. We've seen Noe Meza do that plenty last year. Hit double figures in 2022. That was his first of 2023. And the Owls led 1-0 at the break. And after a composed second-half road performance by them, they put it to bed in the 88th. Great ball through from Alex Steinwasser, and Jonathan Dos Santos wrapped up 3 puntos for Los Burros. 2-0. Union Omaha over Central Valley Fuego. Then in midweek, Fuego on the road at 1 Knox. This has happened to Fuego too many times the last couple years. After they played well for much of the first half, a bad giveaway, and seconds later it's in the back of their net. What a finish, though, by Jake Keegan, the veteran, showing that veteran savvy, slamming that past the keeper. 1-0, 1 Knox, who again took a lead, again couldn't quite hang on, as they gave away a second-half penalty. They didn't agree with the call, but the penalty was earned, and it was taken care of. It's about as long a run-up as you'll see, but Othniel Arce leveling it, hard-earned point on the road for Fuego to wrap up league play in Week 4.
Well, those were your highlights from last week's action in USL League One. Let's take a look at some upcoming action with 5 games featuring USL League One teams in the US Open Cup third round. We've got a Carolina battle between Charlotte and Charleston. Tormenta with a reasonably short trip to Charlotte. Omaha had that great run last year. They'll head to St. Louis. A Hailstorm knocked off Switchbacks earlier this week. They'll take on the Rapids of the MLS. And then Richmond with a fun trip up to the nation's capital to take on Wayne Rooney's DC United. We'll be right back with the rest of halftime here from Richmond. Stay with us.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals. We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Welcome back to halftime here between the Kickers and the Hailstorm, presented by Simplicity VoIP. Let's take a look at some news and notes from around USL League One. First of all here, Neil Vignals, you're watching him playing tonight here against Northern Colorado. Player of the month for March, 1 assist, 17 duels won, 4 chances created in just 2 matches. A great month for Neil Vignals. Mike Jeffries, your coach of the month. Charlotte, they're off to a great start. And good to see Wolfgang Prentice back in League One. He spent some time last year with the Hailstorm, now back in the league with forward Madison after they came to an agreement with Roots for a quick loan. What a week for this gentleman, or is he a gentleman yet? He's only 17. Josh Winder of Louisville City, 17-year-old, called up to the USA national team earlier this week for the Continental Clasico against Mexico on Thursday in Arizona. He'll head there after this weekend's game for Lou City. You may remember his brother Elijah. He also plays for Louisville right now. He spent 3 months on loan last year with FC Tucson in USL League One, notching a couple of assists. So congrats to the entire Winder family. We'll be right back with stats and highlights from the first half here, coming out right up.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
So we've decided to sell the house.
Oh, yeah? Who's your realtor?
Well,
Home for sale, home for sale. Over here, guys, over here. Only $10.
Where do I find comps? What is encumbrance? How do I escrow?
Here's what I found for Scarecrow.
actually, I've been meaning to ask who you and Paul worked with.
Welcome to Royal New Kent Golf Club. Designed by world-renowned architect Mike Strantz, Royal New Kent's a one-of-a-kind Irish-style golf course located 20 minutes east of Richmond, Virginia. Royal New Kent was featured in Golf Week's top 100 public courses in the country. Hidden behind grassy knolls and hand-stacked rock walls, each hole offers several playing options to fit a wide range of abilities. Visit royalnewkent.com or follow us on social media for more information on tee times and rates. Remember, come to Royal New Kent Golf Club to Golf Ireland in Virginia.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
No goals here at City Stadium at the break between the Kickers and the Hailstorm. Let's take a quick look at our highlights, how we got there in the first 45 minutes. There wasn't a ton of highlights. We did find some room for some. It was the only shot on goal. Actually, this was the shot that Neil Vinyals took in the face early on from the boot of Bruno Rendon. He was okay to carry on, though, was Vinyals, the reigning player of the month. Here is the lone shot on goal in the first half. Stefan Lukic. Not much Will Palmquist had to do there. This match was played in the center third between two midfields. Looking to gain control of this game, neither has yet. It was a half chance for Richmond. Tuzagi crossed this one. Vinyals just scuffed his shot attempt with Rob Cornwall lurking. Here was a corner chance from the Kickers that was just over the par. The header was from Meekham, going away from goal. When Tuzagi went down, and then up, and then down again. Game got a little chippy in the last 15 to 20 minutes or so. We had one big non-penalty decision, and here it was. Bentley got the other side of Lucky Opera, went down, but no call from referee Gary Gutierrez. And that took us to the halftime break here. Let's take a look at the stats from that first half. 7 total shots, but just the one on target. That was from Stefan Lukic. Possession equal at 50%. Let's see in this second half who manages to figure this one out in the final third and perhaps create some chances. We'll see which any team makes some tactical changes. Obviously Hailstorm coming in with 5 at the back. We do have a change for the hometown Richmond Kickers. Owain Gordon in on the left wing for Carlton Belmont. We do also have some changes for the Hailstorm. We'll get to those in a second. So changes at the half. Neither coach obviously happy with that first half. I see Marky Hernandez on here for the Hailstorm on the left side. And we're underway in the second half from Virginia. Looks like the Hailstorm going to a traditional 4 at the back. Breck Evans now at left back perhaps. Let you know those full Hailstorm changes coming in a second. Looks like Billy King has slipped inside into a more of a center midfield spot than out on the left. Here comes Marky Hernandez. 2 goals already this season off the bench for Ayman Zayed's team. we now have final word about those those Northern Colorado subs. In is for Hernandez, on for Stefan Lukic, the man that had the only shot in that first half. Also on is Donald Benamna. He scored in the cup win the other night. He replaces Lucky Opera. So indeed, the Hailstorm will go back 2-4 at the back, with Lucky Opera off in favor of a midfielder in Donald Benamna. As this ball's pulled back, Bentley will clear it away, but only as far as Kwakwa. He'll lay it off to Breck Evans, now playing left back, certainly more of a natural center back. See if that change opens things up a little bit for the visitors. Bentley, he goes down under the challenge from Billy King. There's Marky Hernandez. Scored a header from about 6 inches off the ground. I was joking with Ayman Zayed that they were saying the team said to Marky he was the only one that had any chance of scoring that header, as close as it was to the ground. So he was one of the only few players he really wanted to bring in from Chattanooga. He said when he's on the pitch and playing, results are always positive. See if that comes true here in the second half at City Stadium. That's a good ball through. Rendon looking to get the cross in. Comes off a Richmond player and out for a corner. This corner presented by W.W. Nash and Sons. Over to take it is Arthur Rogers. He'll certainly get some verbal from Section O. Kids in the front row. Giving him, I'm sure, some good-hearted banter. Rogers with the delivery. Front post headed away by Fitch. Out for a throw. I'm sure a lot of these players appreciate the banter, especially those that have been around the league for a few years and have been to some stadiums where there is none of it. Into the box come the Hailstorm. This one will be out for a throw here. Is Northern Colorado looking to put the pressure on here early in this second half. And we'll go out for a Richmond throw now. A chance to get away from their own final third. Ayman Zayed said he was really really excited about this game. He said a couple of times last year they felt they should have won those games. See how they matured. They got a better squad this year. Here come the Hailstorm. Certainly pushing a few more bodies into that final third now. It's Kwakwa. Hernandez, double teamed. Going to get something out of this, and he will get a corner. Arthur Rogers will jog over to take it. This corner presented by W.W. Nash and Sons. Those substitutes at halftime. 3 of them. See if they make a difference in this second half. Here comes the ball from Rogers. Great delivery, good hand on it by Palmquist though. That was critical from the Richmond keeper. There were Hailstorm players lurking on that far post. Billy King. Hailstorm try to regain their shape here. Some midfielders at the back right now, including this one, Kwakwa. Go all the way back to Lalo Delgado. keep you abreast of those other 2 games in USL League One at the moment. Madison Greenville and Lexington Tormenta. Both 7 o'clock Eastern starts. No goals so far. Just over 10 minutes into both of those. The offside here is Nathan Orney will get us back underway. Orney, the man from Arlington, Washington. Sawatsky loves his men from the Northwest after his time spent with the Sounders U23s. Darren Sawatsky there in the All Black in front of the Richmond bench as always. Trying to figure out how to unlock this game. This chess match that's been so far. There's a good ball for Bentley. He's onside. Turns aside. He's turning inside out. This one goes almost in the far corner. Delgado was well beaten. He just had to look over his shoulder and hope that one went over the bar, and it did. It was a nasty deflected attempt. Attempted a cross that turned into a shot. Will be a corner here presented by WW Nash & Sons. Vinyals. Driven delivery towards the penalty spot, headed away. Dama Banama chasing that one. That'll be offside there. Donald Banama from the Central African Republic, signed after a trial with the Hailstorm. Desta Norman, the only other trialist signee in the history of the Hailstorm. Spent time with San Diego State, San Jacinto South, Central Arkansas, Stumptown, the Charlotte Eagles, Maryland Bobcats of NISA. Hasn't played much over the last few years, but getting a real chance here. 45 minutes in this second half. He's come off the bench twice already. We have goals elsewhere in USL League One. We'll get to that in a second. Here's Marquis Hernandez down the right-hand side. Hernandez to the edge of the box. Looks for the cutback, finds it, bounces away. Out wide now is Breck Evans. Trying to turn is Billy King. He'll let it up to Kwakwa. First time crossed by him. Headed away. And as far as Norte Norti. Nico Brown with a goal for Lexington. They have an early lead against Tormenta, the defending League One champions. Lexington looking for their first win of the season. Forward Madison also have a 1-0 lead against the Greenville Triumph. So early goals in the other 2 games tonight. Nothing here. That's a beautiful drop off to King. King back to Banama. Banama with the right foot. Oh, just wide. He got the wrong side of it. Needed to curl it with the inside of his right foot. Instead struck it with the outside. But the Hailstorm here, much the impressive team in the first 9 minutes as they look to break this deadlock. This is a lovely ball here by King. Of course it started with Rogers. It was a great touch by Banama as well. He got it back from Billy King. And there was a chance. He just snatched at it a little bit. You can see his reaction. He knew he should have put that one on target. Banama has been impressive since coming on. It's a bit of a sloppy pass there, though. Hailstorm will have to recycle. Certainly a lot more energy from the visitors here to start the second half. Back to their traditional 4 at the back now. Pushing bodies forward. More of an now, almost a 4-3-3 in possession. Here's Hernandez again, now on the right. Rendon. Looking to turn. Won't be allowed to do so. Back to Hernandez. He drives in a left-footed cross, hooked away by Barnathan. Cornwall. Trying to find room to cross. Get it back. Delgado. Derek Gephardt with the goal for Madison. Here come Richmond now with a chance to break. Suko. He may have a go from distance, and he will. Justin Suko deflected. Almost falls to Fitch. Good work back from Bananma. He goes down under a challenge from Fitch. Linesman only signaled for a throw, but referee Gutierrez decides it is a foul. Well, not sure what the actual decision here. Now they're going to say, well, referee Gutierrez is saying it is a throw. But he is saying it's Richmond ball, not Northern Colorado ball. Simon Fitch surveying. Richmond players trying to get open. Flicks there, not there. Rogers shanks his clearance attempt though. Rendon finally gets it away. Meekum. Oh, wait, Gordon hustling on that far side, and we'll go out for a goal kick. Bentley with the knockdown. Chance here. Oni! Saved by Delgado. Nathan Oni getting so far forward from his center back spot. It almost looked like the field had been flipped. Much more action here in the second half. This one's going to come back. It may have gone into out of play. Here's another look at it here. Nathan Oni with a lovely flick from Bentley. It's a good first touch from Oni. Shot easily saved though by Delgado with his knee. This game has come to life here in the second half. Both teams decided clearly the Dogs needed to see a little more action. Otherwise it was going to be nap time for the Pups. Come the Hailstorm now. Down that right side. That ball will go out of play for a Richmond throw. Taken by Jake Meekum. The University of Denver team made it to the second round of the NCAA College Cup. Here come the Hailstorm now. Bodies flooding forward. Rendon. Rendon again. Kicked away. He may have hit a Richmond player in the face again. Bouncing around like a pinball in that Richmond box. We have a player down. Let's take another look at it here. Zaka Moran took one in the chin. Taking a while here to come to his senses. Zaka Moran from Cavsate, Argentina, 26 years old. Played for River Plate as a youth. A goal and 3 assists last year, along with his 19 yellow cards in 50, 60 League One games coming into the season. He got the one so far this year. That's in 2 matches. So when we do restart here, the Hailstorm ball. There's a look at the River City Red Army.
That is 1 minute. 1 minute.
Zaka Moran's still down. So Neil Vignals take one in the face early in this first half. Seems to be okay. Moran's been down for a couple of minutes here. Certainly be adding on stoppage time to the end of the second half as a result. Paco Craig leads Miami FC into Kentucky to face Josh Winder and the reigning Eastern Conference champions Louisville City FC. Don't miss the start of the new season of the USL and ESPN Saturday, May 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Should be a fun matchup. See if Josh Weiner gets any time in the game against Mexico in Glendale on Thursday in the Continental Classico. Obviously, not a full-strength USA men's national team. Only US-based players available for selection as it's not an international break. So we will restart here. As Zakamarani is going to have to go off the pitch, I think. See some Hailstorm players warming up. Made those 2 halftime substitutes. Not sure if it's a corner or if it's a throw deep inside. It is going to be a corner, brought to you by WW Nash & Sons. Arthur Rogers once again. Rogers with the delivery, header over the bar by Rendon. Just 1 shot on target still so far for each team.
This is your last call for alcoholic beverages. All sales stop after the 70th minute.
Kickers will look to build from the back here. Moani has that 1 shot for Richmond on target just a few minutes ago, forcing a relatively comfortable save from Lalo Delgado. Hailstorm not pressing as much now. Brandon Rosas still up top. See if he can go 90 minutes. As you see on the far side there, Ayman Zayed ready to make another couple of changes for the Hailstorm. So we're going to see Leo Fola as well as Trevor Amin. It's a good ball forward. Rendon looking to shepherd it out, and he does. So we will see Fowler and Amin come in here. Amin 19 starts in 30 games last year. Had a hat-trick against North Carolina FC. Leo Fowler, this will be his first minutes of the season in League One. He did play in the Open Cup. Making way will be Rob Cornwall, as well as Brandon Rosas. We didn't think Rosas would have enough to go 90 tonight. No real chances for Brandon Rosas this evening. Disappointing debut perhaps, but obviously great to see him out on the pitch after his visa trouble. So a straight swap at centre back, Fowler for Cornwall. Trevor Ammon certainly capable of scoring as well. Loves to run the channels, former Detroit City man, local from Colorado. He's going to go straight up top. And a straight replacement for Rosas. So 4 substitutes now, as there's a look at Darren Sawatsky. Frustration perhaps building. Like a good challenge from Rendon. Certainly made contact, but after he got the ball, he's going to receive a yellow card. You can see what Rendon thinks about that decision. Second yellow card of the night for the Hailstorm. The first was to Stefan Lukic. He's off the field. Yellow cards brought to you by White Claw. Vignals to get this one hopefully into the box. Try and find the head or the feet of a kicker's teammate and open the scoring here perhaps. You can see how many kickers are back. Clearly a ton of them in the box. In black shirts. Here's the ball from Vignals. Goes back post looking for Barnathan. Headed away. By Fowler, I think, and out for a throw. Nathan Orney will come to deliver this one.
Starts in the 70th minute. Visit one of the 3-notch locations on the concourse to enjoy.
Orney looking for the flick here. Who can provide it? Now he will go short. Trying to fool everybody. Lovely turn by Vignals. Decent cross in. The header from Barnathan is just wide. Beautiful set piece from the kickers that almost came off to perfection. But Barnathan just couldn't direct his header inside the near post. of Lalo Delgado. Here's another look at it. Delicious ball in from Vinyals. Nobody within 6 yards of Barnathan. He'll want that one back. His first real chance of the second half. We approach the halfway mark here as down goes a Hailstorm player. Now he's Marquis Hernandez, 2-on-2 for a second, 3-on-3 now. Hernandez with support, swings it over. Benanma. Back to Hernandez in some space, onto his right foot. Hernandez lays it off. Shot from Mammon. Back to Breck Evans. He'll have a go with his left foot. Half blocked by Bentley and then cleared away. Emiliano Terzaghi looking to get involved. Now a chance for the kickers to break. Vinyals, he's got tons of help on the right with Bentley and Terzaghi. Vinyals just took a little too long to make a decision. It was good work back from Enoch Kwakwa to break things up. You can almost hear the kickers fans getting a little restless in the stands. The thousands of them that have made their way here to City Stadium. Benanma now. Things are really opening up. He's got Hernandez wide open on the left, but good crunching challenge by Orny. That was a no-doubter. Reach the halfway point here in the second half. Ross Davenport with you, no goals between the kickers and the Hailstorm, as this one will be kept in play by Owain Gordon. He then goes down. It will be a throw for the Hailstorm. Thanks for joining us tonight. Second half's certainly been a little brighter than the stalemate of a first half was. We already had 5 shots in the second half. We only had 7 total in the first half. Nobody found the back of the net yet, though. We have goals elsewhere, as we mentioned. Madison with the 1-0 lead over Greenville at the half-hour mark. Lexington with a 1-0 lead over Tormenta. Derek Gephardt and Nico Brown with the goals. Suko, former Madison man. Fitch. Going to come inside and he'll play it back to Orny. Barnathan. Meekum. Wayne Gordon, the Jamaican. Going to take on the Cuban Rendon. It will be a goal kick. See if we see João Gamero in the midfield in the second half, perhaps for Richmond. Rookie out of USL League Two. Saw some action already this season. Rendon is going to let this one roll out for yet another goal kick. Richmond just getting consistently frustrated by this Hailstorm defense. Had that real golden chance from Barnathan just 5 minutes or so ago. Couldn't direct his header on target. Delgado launches it downfield. Good work by a man, double teamed. That will be a Richmond throw. Matt Bentley will take it. Oh no, he won't. Leave it for Fitch. The absent players tonight. Ethan Vanacore-Decker will be out for a little while longer. Michael Hornsby, we're not sure his deal. David Olsen also out. Irvin Parra and Jackson Dietrich, the 2 main ones for the Hailstorm. Parra not far away from a return. Hailstorm could certainly use him in this one with his offensive abilities. Zaka Moran. No help really. The midfield, bit of a disconnect at the moment between the midfield and the defense. As Suko now comes back, Kickers will have to restart again. XG for the kickers, 0.38 at the moment. Hailstorm, 0.25. Tells you how this game's gone so far. Certainly feel that if we did get one goal in this game, things would open up immensely. They have at times in this second half in spurts. Certainly the first 5 or 10 minutes. In the period about 5 minutes ago. Now a chance here perhaps. Wayne Gordon. He's got Terzaghi inside of him. Rendon tracking back. Two big physical bodies there battling it out. And will be a throw here for the kickers deep in Hailstorm territory. Wayne Gordon, the 31-year-old from Jamaica. He got 6 starts last season. 5 goals and 3 assists though. Always a threat to get in behind. As we see Oni here with the throw. He's going to take those extra couple of yards behind the advertising hoardings. Launch one in. Nobody there as Rendon heads it back away. One's going to be a little frustrated there. There's nobody within 3 or 4 yards of that one for Richmond. Oni with another one. Goes short this time. This is where we saw a chance created. Vignals can't keep that one in. Just the one sub for the kickers so far. Wayne Gordon in for Carlton Belmar. So still offensive options on the bench for Darren Sawatsky. Luke Pavone, as well as Raul Gamero. A bit of a thin bench without Hornsby. We're not sure what his issue is. He wasn't listed on the injury report. The youngster Beckett Howe, as well as Chandler O'Dwyer on the bench. O'Dwyer, midfielder. Didn't play much last season. It's a nice ball by Fitch into the channel, but a poor first touch. That's Suko down, but here's Terzaghi now. Right side of the box, crosses the ball in. First touch is good by Bentley. Once again, the kickers can't beat Delgado at that near post as this one goes into the side netting. Certainly a good chance there for the kickers to open the scoring. Here's another look at it. Lovely ball back by Terzaghi. It was a good first touch from Bentley. Plenty of attention paid to him by Kwakwa, as well as Leo Fola. That should be a foul there on Trevor Hammond, and it is. Will Palmquist, he's had a relatively quiet night. Just the one save so far. Total shots in this one, but just the one on goal for each team. There's a crunching aerial challenge that will result in a free kick. Just inside the Hailstorm half. Zaka Moran will take it. He'll go short to Vignals. Bentley open in the channel again, but Vignals didn't quite see him. Instead, it goes wide to Fitch. He pulls it back to Vignals. First touch lets him down a little. Looking to take on Hernandez. Zuko. Wayne Gordon. Bit of shifty feet magic, and he will earn himself a corner. Corner presented by WW Nash & Sons. Can someone find a potential late game winner here? The kickers or the Hailstorm. 6-yard box is packed right now. Vignals. They go straight at it. It's headed away. Delgado looked like he had it covered. I think it was Rendon who got a touch on it. He'll go out now for another WW Nash & Sons corner kick. Vignals put that one on target. It almost have been a save for Delgado had his defender not got to it first. As Vignals now from the right-hand side. Headed away. And as far as Suko. He'll knock it back to Vinyals. Back to Suko with the first time cross. It's not a great one. And now to play for a goal kick. As you can see, Emiliano Terzaghi, a frustrated figure tonight. Terzaghi with only 12 touches in this game. Certainly not what Darren Sawatsky wants to see from his star striker, the three-time Golden Boot winner. Career League One goals coming into this season, including the playoffs. Yeah, she had a great 18-minute movie made about him by the Richmond media crew. Beautiful piece. You can go check that out on YouTube. Just about his move to Richmond. Had a chance to perhaps leave in this offseason, but re-signed with the Kickers. Loves the area, wants to build his family here, obviously. And here comes Vinyals now. Moran. Fitch. Nice little first touch to Bentley. Poked away by Breck Evans at left back now. Certainly not his preferred position. Fitch looking for the throw. Vinyals double teamed. Trying to earn himself a corner. Instead, it will be a goal kick. The second half started brightly, but it's sort of ground to a halt a little bit here in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Eight shots in the second half, 4 each. Just one shot on target by the Kickers. Possession still remains very tight, around that 50% mark. Hailstorm are getting ready for their final sub of the evening. As down goes, I think, Suko under a challenge from Kwakwa. Now we'll have that Hailstorm final substitution. It will be native Coloradan Destin Norman coming on to replace Norte Norti in the center of the midfield. Norte had a bright start. It sort of faded as this game's gone on. Gonna wait till the next dead ball for that substitution. A dangerous free kick here. See if Vinyals can deliver this with pace and accuracy. Two-man wall for the Hailstorm. Vinyals with the free kick. Had pace, but too much height. Was almost knocked back in across, though. Hailstorm with another big block out in front, and now a chance for them to break. 5-on-5 now. Norty still on the pitch for now. Bananma on the right wing, looking to take on Owain Gordon. Bananma still with it. Tries to beat Gordon and does. Bananma now still only comes over. That's going to be a free kick. Looked like Bananma went down rather easily. Nathan Orney certainly did stick his foot out. Rendon congratulates his teammate on earning that free kick just a yard or so outside of the Richmond box. Here's another look at it here. He beat Owain Gordon. Yeah, it was a pretty clear free kick. No complaints from Nathan Orney. At least for his sake, it was outside the box. He did get a yellow card for that, did Nathan Orney. It's his first of the season. More importantly, a very, very dangerous free kick here and a very, very dangerous free kick taker in Arthur Rogers. Former Hartford Athletic man with a chance to put this one on a platter for somebody. It's a difficult one though, because he's either got to drive it in with a pace. It's going to be hard. Here's the delivery here. He chips it in instead towards the far post, headed away by Owain Gordon. And they're going to give it a goal kick. I thought it was Owain Gordon that knocked it away, but now we will have that substitution. And it will be Destin Norman, 23-year-old second-year man. He actually got sent off against Richmond in their June meeting last year. Also scored in the finale last season against Tucson. He will replace Enoch Kwakwa. Norman's certainly more of an attacking option than Kwakwa. Norman, number 8, did play some DM last year. From Fort Collins, Colorado, 23 years old. Also played at the University of Denver, as did Meekum. Blomqvist will go short to Fitch. Suko. Suka with some good physicality there. Shrug off the challenge. Bentley now. Space down the right. Two players paying attention in Meekum and Breck Evans, and it will go out for another corner kick. Vinyals with the delivery. Oh, good one driven in, headed away. Now a chance for Colorado to break with Billy King. Stopped in his tracks though, and now here come Richmond. Well, we have a Colorado player down in the box at the penalty spot. Rob Cornwall. Rendon down, I apologize. Having another potential concussion check. Still 1-0 in the other two games going on as they approach halftime. Madison 1, Greenville 0. Lexington 1, Tormenta 0. Don't forget to stick around after the game for full-time highlights. Our man of the match. Save of the match, etc. Only got one save for each keeper so far, so that won't be too difficult of a decision for me and the technical team behind the scenes here. As Rendon trying to wake himself up. Again, just the one substitution so far for the kickers with only 5 minutes remaining. Let's see if Darren Sawatsky pulls a late trigger. Rendon makes his way off with the trainer on the far side. We'll have a drop ball to restart here. Richmond will have a long break after this one, 9 days or so before they take on DC United in the US Open Cup. And then they'll resume League One action on the 29th against Tormenta. And here we have another goal in Wisconsin. Forward Madison have doubled their lead against the Greenville Triumph. Bring you that goal scorer in a second. Greenville Triumph off to a slow start this season once again. Took them a while to get going last year. They were obviously making the semi-finals. Fitch with the throw. Vignals looking to create some magic, but that's snuffed out. Now a chance here. Trevor Amon. He gets it back. Amon into the box. Good Tackle by Nathan Orney. He wants the goal kick, but he won't get it. He claims he played it off Amant, whose name I think I pronounced 3 different ways tonight. It'll be a WW Nash and Sons corner kick. Wind down inside the final 5 minutes here. There'll certainly be a ton of stoppage time at the end of this one. A couple of injuries in the second half. Rogers.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Travis Massey, please report to fan services.
Rogers will take it.
Travis Massey to fan services. Thank you.
Swinging in right-footed. Headed away at the back post. And flicked away by Vinyals. Good claim there by Palmquist at the penalty spot. Three minutes left here from City Stadium in the 90. If you've come looking for goalmouth action in this one, we apologize. There hasn't been much of it. It's been a very heavy midfield battle. It was a stretch at the start of the second half where things started to open up, but gone back to a bit of a stalemate now. Here's Owen Gordon on the right-hand side. This cross is long and out of play. Final product has just really lacked from both sides. Both defenses have played well, though. Some key blocks, some key interceptions. Mauro Cicero with the goal for forward Madison just before the half. Greenfield Triumph's offensive problems continue. It's halftime in Lexington. The home team with a 1-0 lead over Tormenta. Another Hailstorm player down, but Rendon's back up again. Clumsy challenge there on Bananma. Hailstorm will restart things quickly. Evans. There's Destin Norman, the substitute, man from Colorado. Goes long left for Hernandez. That's a lovely ball and a decent first touch, but good work from Fitch to get his body in between Hernandez and the ball. And Orney will hoof it away. As far as Evans, though. Still only the one substitution from Richmond. This one's headed away. Norte. Norman, some space at the edge of the box, out wide. The stumble. Bentley now still alive. Hernandez is there, and he wants the deflection and gets it. Another corner kick here for the Hailstorm. 13th corner of the evening, so we do have a Richmond player down. It's Vinyals. Darren Sawatsky might be forced into a substitution here. Joel Gamero. It will be Chandler O'Dwyer coming in. The man from England. Didn't feature much at all last year. Played his college soccer at UMass as well as Christian Brothers U. Former Des Moines Menace player. Vinyals out of gas, was calling for the substitution. So a big offensive loss there for the kickers. Including the set piece taker. Rendon's there, gets the head on it. It's a good save by Palmquist. Rendon didn't get a ton of power on it, but Palmquist had to get down quickly at his near post and make the save. Stoppage time here brought to you by Greenswell Growers. We will be 5 minutes added on to the end of this one. This one goes all the way through to Delgado. That's poor there from Evans. Trying to find Billy King. instead found the touchline, and then Fitch with the throw. 1 minute out of the 5 completed. Simon Fitch just took about 15 yards down the pitch. Referee Gutierrez didn't seem to care. Both teams will move to 5 points apiece if this one remains 0-0. A third shutout this would be for Northern Colorado. But the 0-0 with Chattanooga to open things up, and then the 3-0 win at Tormenta. Obviously the first 6 games at somewhere. That one goes out of play. And that kind of sums up the night for the Kickers. They got one chance, a couple of front post chances that couldn't get on target in the second half. Just the one shot on goal. Similarly for the Hailstorm. Here's Bentley now, onto the left side, into the box. Bentley with a left-footed shot. Delgado spills it though, it was an easy save. And there's our second shot on target for the Kickers tonight. And it results in a corner kick. Right in front of the Pups. W.W. Nash and Sons corner kick. Chandler O'Dwyer to take it. Left-footed, looking for the head of Orney, finds it, but 15 yards wide off Delgado's goal. So second shot on target finally for the Kickers to match the Hailstorm. And stick around for full-time highlights. Save of the match, man of the match. One of those was a lot tougher decision than the other. We do have 2 to choose from now for Will Palmquist. 2 minutes remaining here from City Stadium. Ross Davenport with you. Thanks for sticking with us. Feel free to go check out the second half of either of the 2 7 o'clock kickoffs after this one. It's Madison 2, Greenville 0. Approaching halftime there. Lexington 1, Tormenta 0. It's Destin Norman. Evans goes long with that left foot. Looking for a banana. He won't be able to keep it in. Under a minute remaining here from City Stadium. It's been a bit of a tepid affair offensively. 2 solid defenses, unwilling to budge. Chance here perhaps for the Hailstorm to break. Billy King turns inside on Gordon, the Scotsman. Out wide now to Breck Evans. Billy King, the Scotsman, not Wayne Gordon, obviously. Evans with the cross. Bentley and Rendon come together, no whistle. That might be our last bit of action here tonight. So it looks like the spoils will be shared in Richmond this evening between the Hailstorm and the Kickers. Been a frustrating night for all involved. Except for the goalkeepers, they'll both come away with a clean sheet. And that will do it from Virginia. Gary Gutierrez brings us to a close after 90 plus 5. No score between the Richmond Kickers and Northern Colorado Hailstorm, the second 0-0 draw of the season for the Hailstorm. Let's take a look at our save of the match, brought to you by Implausible Pups. It was the first one back in the first half by Will Palmquist. Had a quiet night, just the 2 saves to make. Didn't have to go far for that one, or even leave his feet. That's your Implausible Pups save of the match. There's Will Palmquist with the shutout. Clean sheet tonight, brought to you by Puritan Cleaners. Our man of the match this evening is going to go to that man, Zaka Moran La Machina, in the center of the Richmond midfield. Had 6 tackles, won 5 of them. 90.5% pass accuracy tonight for the man from Argentina. That is presented by Kiter. Well, let's head to break. We'll be right back with full-time highlights and stats from this one in Richmond. Your final score, Richmond 0, Northern Colorado 0.
We would not have a business today if it weren't for the support of the many, many people within the Richmond community. To me, we're working as a team to enhance the quality of life for all residents.
It's about being the best that you can be. It's about enriching the lives of people in your community. There's a reason why we have the tagline Nourish, because it's really about nourishing the lives of the people that work for us and the people that we serve. That's what the UCrops brand stands for.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with a provider today.
Hi, I'm Megan Mack, President of Prospect Blue.
And I'm Jess Barnes, Director of Business Development at Prospect Blue.
Prospect Blue is a staffing and recruiting firm headquartered right here in Richmond, Virginia. We serve the Mid-Atlantic region and beyond.
With the labor market experiencing historic shortages, Prospect Blue is here to help companies attract and retain key talent.
With strong relationships in the corporate, financial, legal, and medical fields, we are in a unique position to connect employers with job seekers.
Well, if the dogs in attendance for Pups at the Pitch Night could voice their opinion about this one, it would certainly be a resounding woof. No goals between the Kickers and the Hailstorm. Only 4 total shots on target, 2 for each team. Let's take a look at our highlights from this one. The only shot on goal in the first half was from Stefan Lukic from good 25 plus yards out. An easy save for Will Palmquist. Both teams just really struggled to figure anything out in the final third and challenge either keeper particularly. Here's Justin Suko now. This was the one debatable decision by Gary Gutierrez. That Bentley went down under the contact from Lucky Opera, but no call. It's a bright start to the second half. This was a good chance here for Banama, but he just shanked it wide of Will Palmquist's goal instead of hitting it with the inside of his right foot. Just snatched there by the man from the Central African Republic. Half chance here for Nathan Oni, but put it right at Delgado. One of Delgado's 2 saves on the night. Kickers would have a couple of chances at the near post in the second half, but couldn't put. This was one of them. Vinyas with a delightful cross. Barnathan just couldn't put that one on goal. Hit the side of the netting. Certainly a good half chance. This was a late one for the Kickers. Chizaki pulled it back. This time it was Bentley into the side netting. Neither team just able to get it going in the final third. 19 total shots, 2 on target for each team. A couple of offsides, 2 yellow cards for the Hailstorm, 1 for the Kickers. Well, this one wasn't one for the history books. 0-0 between the Kickers and the Hailstorms at Pups at the Pitch Night. Puppy certainly had a good time. Neither team able to find the back of the net, though. 1 point each for the Kickers and the Hailstorm. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you watching wherever you are around the world. Thanks to my team behind the scenes. My name is Russ Davenport. See you next time. Have a good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.